You already know. You've known for a while now that this thing you're carrying doesn't belong to you anymore. Maybe it's a person. Maybe it's a version of yourself you keep returning to. Maybe it's a conversation that ended months ago but still plays on a loop at 2 a.m. You know you should let it go. And yet, here you are, still holding it, still turning it over in your hands like there's something you missed, some angle you haven't examined yet, some explanation that will finally make it make sense. There isn't, and somewhere beneath all the thinking, you already know that too. So why can't you let it go? Not because you're weak, not because you haven't tried hard enough, not because you need better advice or a different perspective. The reason is older than that. When something or someone occupies a significant place in your life, your mind doesn't simply release it when the circumstances change. The nervous system doesn't distinguish between what is real and what is remembered. It keeps the door open. It keeps sending signals to a part of you that is still waiting, still hoping, still believing that if you just hold on a little longer, something will resolve. And so the holding on isn't a mistake. It was at some point the most sensible thing you could do. The mind learned to grip tightly because letting go, true letting go, felt too much like losing. But there is a cost to carrying what no longer belongs to you. You feel it in the way certain songs stop you in the middle of the day, in the way you check your phone or don't, in the weight behind your sternum that has no clean name. You are still spending energy on something that is no longer spending energy on you. In Vietnamese, there is a word, buông. It is usually translated as let go, but the translation doesn't carry the full weight of the word. Buông is what happens when you open a hand that has been clenched, not because you've been convinced, not because the pain has passed, but because the grip itself has become the source of pain. In Vietnamese culture, this word appears in a particular phrase, buông bo, to lay something down and walk away from it, not to pretend it wasn't real, not to deny that it mattered, but to set it on the ground, acknowledge what it was, and leave it there. There is something in this word that Western ideas about letting go often miss. We tend to think of releasing something as an act of detachment, a kind of emotional distance you achieve by thinking about it differently, by reframing, by deciding. But buông is not a decision of the mind. It is a movement of the body, a physical unclenching, a softening of the muscles around the heart. You cannot think your way to buông. You can only arrive there slowly, through willingness, through sitting with the thing you've been carrying long enough to feel its actual weight. That is what we are going to do now. Find a position that allows your body to rest fully. If you are sitting, let your hands open in your lap, palms facing upward. This is not symbolic, it is practical. An open hand cannot grip. If you are lying down, Let your arms fall slightly away from your body so that no part of you is holding itself together. Close your eyes or let your gaze soften toward the floor. Take one breath that is slightly longer than usual. Not forced, just a little more room than you normally allow yourself. And again. Now, without forcing anything, let whatever you've been carrying come to the surface. You don't need to name it perfectly. You don't need to understand it. Just let it be present. Notice where it lives in your body. Is there something in your chest? A tightness, a fullness, a dull pressure that sits just behind the ribs? Is there something in your throat? Words that were never said, or words that were said and cannot be unsaid? Is there something in your stomach? A low hum of unresolved tension that you've learned to ignore during the day? You don't need to fix any of this. Right now, the only thing you are asked to do is to notice it, to sit with it, the way you might sit with someone who is not okay, not to fix them, not to tell them how to feel better, but just to be present. Be present with yourself in this way. Now I bring to mind what you are holding, the person, the memory, the version of yourself, the outcome you wanted and didn't get. Let it be here, and as you hold it in your awareness, ask yourself quietly, what has holding onto this protected me from? Not judgment, not analysis, just what has this grip been guarding? Perhaps it protected you from having to accept a loss. Perhaps it kept hope alive when everything else suggested otherwise. Perhaps it gave you something to return to when the present felt too uncertain. Whatever the answer is, it was not wrong. The holding on made sense. And now you are here, which means some part of you is ready to consider the possibility that you don't need that protection anymore. Bring your attention back to your hands. Feel the openness of your palms. In this moment, you are not being asked to stop caring. You are not being asked to pretend it didn't matter. You are not being asked to be okay with it. Buông is not indifference. Buông is the quiet, honest acknowledgement that you have been carrying something that you were never meant to carry forever. And with your next exhale, not to force it, not to perform it, but if there is the smallest willingness, let something loosen, just slightly. Everything at once, not the whole story, just the grip. Just the part of you that has been white-knuckling this thing in the belief that holding tighter would somehow change it. You can still feel it, you can still grieve it, you can still wish it had gone differently. And Ijik, you can unclench. These two things are not opposites. Take a breath. What you've been carrying has weight, real weight, And the fact that you are still here, that you are sitting with it, rather than running from it, says something about you. Buông is not a single moment. It is something that happens over and over, in small increments, each time you choose presence over the grip. You have done that here tonight. Before you return to the rest of your evening, take one more breath and notice, is there anything, even the smallest thing, that feels slightly less held than when you arrived? That is where it begins, not in the grand release, in the small, quiet willingness to loosen, one exhale at a time. Take your time coming back.